Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with another movie reaction. Today we are watching another James Bond film. It is going to be Skyfall, and I do know the song that was written for this movie, Skyfall by Adele. I must have played on the radio so many times back when this movie came out, but now I finally get to see how that fits into this movie, and yeah, finally get to see the movie associated with that song. The first movie in the Daniel Craig series of James Bond films, Casino Royale, I really enjoyed that. Quantum of Solace, while still somewhat enjoyable, felt like a big step down, so I'm hoping Skyfall returns to the heights of Casino Royale. But yeah, I'm excited to continue. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Thank you to Kelsey Decker for editing this video for YouTube. And yeah, let's get started.
You both know what's at stake here. We cannot afford to lose that list.
Yes, Mom.
It's a little terrifying. What? He crashed it into the device so he could get launched onto the train? Is that the list? Oh! Hopefully she remembers what color they were wearing.
Take the bloody shot!
3 months ago, you lost the computer drive containing the identity of almost every NATO agent embedded in terrorist organizations across the globe.
Lost? Jeez. He's here.
Welcome to the new MI6.
The new MI6. Oh, that's not on target. Skyfall. Really? You're gonna do it yourself? Can you not get some doctors? Oh my god. I wish we could have seen him in action after he took the fragments out.
Pass the tests.
He didn't.
He didn't?
I'm your new quartermaster. You must be joking.
Very young.
Why? Because I'm not wearing a lab coat? Because you still have spots. Not exactly Christmas, is it? Are you expecting an exploding pen?
Yes, please.
We don't really go in for that anymore.
Anymore? Is that a reference to some James Bond movie I haven't seen? What? There was an opening there? Fuck. Curse splat. It's an internet scam. Oh, crap. Beautiful shot. Her. Again.
I can help you.
I don't think so.
Let me try.
Oh. He's still looking at it. Here's your 4 million.
Put it all on red.
Really? I put it all on black when I went to Vegas once. And by all, I meant 500 bucks. Bond. Hi. Not freak her the heck out.
He comes from the same place as Bond. The place you say doesn't exist. The shadows.
We could turn back now.
I wouldn't be so sure.
It's amazing the panic you can cause with a single computer. He wanted the island, so he took it.
Wow.
Hello, James. Welcome. Do you like the island? One summer, we went for a visit and discovered the place had been infested with rats.
Hmm.
And after a month, we've trapped all the rats. And they began to get hungry. And one by one, they start eating each other. Until there are only two left. You have changed their nature.
What did you score on your marksmanship evaluation? 70.
Medical evaluation, fail. Physical evaluation, failed.
She sent you after me knowing you're not ready, knowing you will likely die.
Mommy was very bad. Well, first time for everything.
What makes you think this is my first time?
Oh, what's the problem?
Oh no.
Whatever you do, don't lose your head. Don't lose.
Oh jeez.
My turn.
It's a waste of good scotch.
They couldn't have gotten here a couple minutes earlier.
They kept me for 5 months in a room with no air. They tortured me. My cyanide capsule at my back left molar. You remember?
He didn't die.
Burned all my insides. But I didn't die. Life clung to me like a disease.
Ooh.
Look at your work.
Whoa. I was basically looking at his teeth. I didn't even see the... Oh my god.
What's going on? Why are the doors open?
Uh-oh.
It won't open.
Of course it will. Put your back into it.
Why don't you come down here and put your back into it?
Oof. Can you do a better dismount? Yes, you can. A train? Eee. I'm getting the feeling a lot of people on that train died. Actually, it looks pretty empty.
What are we doing? You kidnapping me?
That would be one way of looking at it.
They have trackers.
So he got his own cars.
Oh, and I suppose that's completely inconspicuous.
Get in.
It's so gaudy that no one would think someone be undercover or on the run in that.
This is where you grew up.
Hmm. Oh.
This is Kincaid. Gamekeeper here since I was a boy.
Gamekeeper.
Mr. Kincaid.
He called her Emma.
Remember what I taught you, don't let it fall to the left.
I'll do my best.
He's the secret freaking agent. Did they set the house up to, like, with a whole bunch of booby traps? Is this like Home Alone? Nope. Nice. Ho, 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 ho. It's Home Alone but deadlier. Nail bombs. Please don't let this old guy die, Mr. Kincaid. Uh-oh.
You dropped something.
Hopefully they don't have the chapel covered as well. She was hit?
I always hated this place.
Oh! Yikes. Love the lighting. Oh. I was wondering why he stopped. Well, that's totally gonna crack, right? Is he gonna break it on purpose? Oh boy. Oh. Monique Delacroix Bond and Andrew Bond. He's just realizing what this place is. This is your doing, man. In a way, he still cares for her, just in a psychotic kind of way.
Free both of us. Free both of us. With the same bullet. Do it. Do it. Only you can do it. Do it.
Interrupting my moment with mother.
Last rat standing.
Last rat standing.
I thought you were going back out on active service.
You said it yourself. Field work's not for everyone.
If it helps, I feel a lot safer.
Wow.
Are you ready to get back to work?
With pleasure, M. With pleasure.
He's mommy now. Alright, I would definitely say I liked it more than Quantum of Solace. I don't know, I don't think it's at the level of Casino Royale though. Yeah. It's all really interesting. He did all of this so that he could have her kill both of them at the same time. I think this is somewhat of a return to form after a less enjoyable Quantum of Solace. I still think there are levels of cool that they still didn't reach that was present in Casino Royale, and there are scenes from that movie that I just don't think I'll ever forget, whereas with this film, I'm not entirely sure. Not the biggest fan of people getting caught on purpose so that they can escape to enact revenge. I'm not exactly sure why it was necessary in this case. They could have just shown up at the Parliament without getting caught in the first place. And then, if he wanted to die by her hand at the end, why did he try to kill her at the Parliament too? So, it feels like he was more flying by the seat of his pants in some moments, but then in other moments, it seemed like Silva was just meticulous. And as always, just very sad whenever a woman is collateral damage to Bond's actions. Severine. I mean, maybe if Bond had been properly cleared, maybe he would have been able to shoot that glass above her head and Silva wouldn't have killed her. Unlikely though, he was done with her, and I mean, the fact that, you see, I thought James Bond in the first film was possibly building on his character and wouldn't treat women so callously, and yeah, I mean, it was just uncomfortable to watch her die and then for a character to just say what a waste of good scotch. I mean, that was kind of disgusting, honestly. But anyway, that's all the negative in the film. But it's interesting because this film felt more disjointed than the previous two, and it's not necessarily even a bad thing. It almost felt like it was like multiple films, and the pace made sure I never settled in too much. I think it feels like a different film, specifically after M and Bond escape from Parliament, which I think is... I mean, going to Skyfall changes the game and puts Bond in a prime position to turn the tables on Silva. And I think... yeah, the movie starts in such a funny kind of way, though, with Moneypenny freaking shooting James Bond. I like that he just took the time to just chill and live the island life, and M trusts him too much and clears him for duty despite him failing every examination. You could say that it means she put him in unnecessary danger, but I don't know, she also, I feel like even though he didn't pass the test, she felt like he was still up to the task. I don't feel like she left him out to dry as Silva suggests. And yeah, speaking of Skyfall earlier, I get the feeling that there are a lot of nods to older Bond films that I haven't seen. And in a film named after James Bond's place of origin, Skyfall, and about one of the most important people to his story, M. I think that makes sense that there are nods to older films. I get the feeling that Q and Moneypenny are both important to James Bond lore, 007 lore, even though I don't have any context for that. It just feels that way based on this film. Maybe Mallory too. But speaking of Mallory, I recognize him from the trailer of The King's Man, the prequel to the Kingsman films, but I also just realized he's freaking Lord Voldemort as well, so that's interesting. He has a nose here. Anyway, I think the scene in the building in Shanghai was really gorgeous, and going off of that, the visuals in this film in general were great. Every location felt very distinct, so I enjoyed that. It was interesting to see Bond struggle through his injury and not being psychologically ready. It does add a bit of tension throughout the film, and the fact that our villain, Silva, played by Javier Bardem of all people, knew about his injury and used that to like needle Bond, like try to get him to see how corrupt the system was. That was a very interesting angle. Definitely wondered before what it would be like if someone with the training of Bond, what they would be capable of if they chose to work against their country. And to know Silva's backstory, that he was essentially traded away, and the fact that he had to try to kill himself with cyanide after months of torture. I think Silva is a decently written villain, and that disfigurement with the cyanide, I don't know how they explain it, but like the dental implant just like puts his face back together like that, just yikes. And in the end, what he wanted was for M to take responsibility for leaving him. He didn't want to live anymore, and yet he felt that connection to her and wanted to die together with her. I mean, that's just... I mean, it partially speaks to the rigors of the job and how disconnected one might be from any other person that comes with the job. And he hates her for... Silva hates M for what she did, but she's really his only human connection. Like, I mean, if you think about Bond's connections with people, he basically has none other than M. And, I mean, I was relieved when Bond showed up and killed Silva so that M didn't have to die, but then she died anyway. Poor Dame Judi Dench. I guess that's it for her in this series. But for this film, definitely better than Quantum of Solace. I just feel like Casino Royale was like top of the line and really, really fun and cool. And it showed Bond growing and changing as a character, where it feels like afterwards he's just regressed. And yeah, I think I'm going to give this a 7.5. We do have one more Bond film left, Spectre, at least until No Time to Die releases. And yeah, I'm kind of wondering how good old Bond films were compared to this series. If they're more on the level of Casino Royale, I'd probably be interested in watching more of them. If not, if they're more around the level of Quantum of Solace and of Skyfall, I'm not entirely sure though. I think I might be interested, but I wouldn't prioritize it over any of the other films that I want to watch. You know what's kind of ridiculous though? I recently realized I've never seen a Bruce Lee film. How messed up is that? Maybe that's where I'll go next. Maybe see some of the films that he shot. I actually haven't seen many Jackie Chan films either, but anyway, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. Leave a like, really helps with the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.